Well, basically, when I was in college, I had a next-door neighbor who was a cheerleader, and she kind of always encouraged me to try out for cheerleading. Really wasn't something I was interested in until one day we were at the pool during the summertime, and she started teaching me a little bit about stunning, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should try out. I'm kind of a little bit more worried about making the cheerleading team than not. So ended up making it and kind of falling in love with the sport. Well, I think it's important that you break the season up into different sections. You know, for us, or for me, especially the teams that I coach, one thing I like to do is after Worlds, you know, I like to give the kids a little bit of a break. It's not that we won't do anything, but typically during that time we're having tryouts and not really looking to gain any skills or strength or anything like that. It's just kind of that downtime for them. Once we get into summer, to me, summertime is the time to gain skills and strength and conditioning. Once that phase goes through, and then you enter into the next phase, which is kind of getting the choreography and being able to do the choreography, and then moving into the competition season. At that point in time, I'm just wanting to maintain my skills and be able to put all my skills together and pretty much take those skills to be able to perform them and execute them perfectly. You know, so with that being said, it is a year-round sport, but we try to break it up to, or at Stingrays, we try to break it up to where different parts of the year are working on different parts of the sport. So, there's so many. You know, I don't know. My favorite memory as a coach is probably the first time our small co-ed team won NCAA. You know, we'd been going for years. That division had been won by Spirit of Texas, I think, for 8 years in a row, and it was going to be their 9th year. And that was just a team that we looked up to and respected, and they kind of set the bar for us, and we won. So that's one of my most memorable things as far as a coach. And there's just countless experiences that I've had with families and kids and employees over the years. Just, you know, basically some of the people that I've worked side by side with, watching them, you know, sort of grow up and get married and have families, and just watching them to, you know, getting to enjoy in their life experiences. You know, that's those things to me are, you know, are invaluable. Be most definitely somewhere outside, either on a bicycle or running on a trail. Really enjoy going out to take a nice run on any outdoor trail through the woods, enjoying the wildlife. To me, cheerleading is the ultimate team sport. You know, it's going to teach you some principles that are, you know, really invaluable in what you do in life. You know, there's no timeouts, there's no substitutions in that 2.5 minutes. You know, oftentimes the decisions that I watch these kids have to make in 2.5 minutes, and you really, we go to so many competitions and we compete so many times that sometimes it's easy to overlook that. But when you see a kid have to ultimately make a decision and change something mid-routine to make something work, those are skills that I don't know that you're able to always learn in other sports, and especially in individual sports. I would definitely say that my family as a whole, that's a pretty general thing, but you know, I grew up in a family business. I learned a tremendous amount about business from my grandfather. I also learned a tremendous amount from my parents, you know, because like I said, it was a big family business. And then with that, you know, I learned a lot of good, positive things, but I also learned a lot of things that I didn't want to do in business. So, learning both things that I wanted to do and things that I didn't want to do. And really, if I had to, you know, my grandparents and my parents, I pretty much, you know, I owe a lot to those guys for showing me the way. I love that Nfinity is always pushing to make their product better. You know, they have not set into one design or one mold, so to speak. They're always trying to push the envelope to come up with a better shoe. And I also love the fact that Nfinity will come out and, oftentimes, and I've especially seen the evolution of the company from the beginning of when there were issues with a shoe, of, something coming apart or unraveling, they'd make that shoe good, but then through an evolution, they would fix it to where those issues kind of went away. They would definitely address the issues and make it better.